At T-Mobile for Business, unconventional thinking means they see things differently, so you can focus on what matters most. That's why they've become the leader in 5G, number one in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan. So you get it all. Unconventional thinking from T-Mobile for Business. Open Signal awards T-Mobile as America's fastest 5G network. USA 5G User Experience Report, July 2021. Capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require a certain plan or feature. See T-Mobile.com. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
It floats left.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
And the Jets win it in overtime.
Live from the Rich Eisen Show studio in Los Angeles.
And the Yankees walk off into the postseason.
Well, is it long enough? Is it long enough? It's no good. It hit the upright. It's no good.
I tried not to predict what was going to happen and how I'd feel, and had a few emotional moments this week just thinking about all the people that have really meant so much to me.
The Rich Eisen Show. Earlier on the show, senior writer for the MMQB, Albert Breer. Chiefs tight end, Travis Kelce. Coming up, Chargers defensive end, Joey Bosa. And now, it's Rich Eisen.
Hour number 3 of the Rich Eisen Show is on the air. We've had some great chats so far today. 844-204-RICH being the number to dial here on the program. Phone lines are lit. We'll take your phone calls in this hour. Chris Brockman is preparing his news update. Or, you know, we used to have a segment called Paging Dr. Brockman, right?
Yeah, I had like a lab coat.
Yeah, you put a lab coat on and you went over the injury report for an NFL week. I mean, David Montgomery, Teddy Bridgewater, two names that leap out right now from the injury report.
We're waiting to hear about Jimmy G.
Jimmy G, so much on the line there. So that's coming up later on in this hour. We'll get you set for Monday Night Football tonight. No Manning cast tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
No Manning cast.
Yeah, we found out why that was.
No, I don't know what the answer is, but I think I know what it is.
Let's see. This is based on what someone told us on Twitter.
This is what I was thinking, that they're taking the next three weeks off because the baseball playoffs are coming.
That's what someone tweeted Chris and I.
That's likely. Yeah.
They were
like if there was a game 163, they would have had to put something on ESPN2, right?
That's what we were told.
Tonight if there were any ties, Dodgers or Giants, or
that would have gone down tonight.
Or Sox Blue Jays, or wasn't one of the AL East teams, yeah.
Right, I think they're staying away from the baseball playoffs.
Yes.
That's what I was guessing. So
seems like you're right, Rich.
Okay. Well, normally I would just find another channel. They got 8 of them, right? Put it on the Ocho.
That's what I'm saying.
Like a lot of ESPN channels.
That's no reason for us to be deprived.
Paging Dr. Brockman.
All right, very good. That's a drop from the past.
Paging Dr.
Brockman. That's later on.
One out of the.
That's later on.
I got that out of the crate.
Well, look, tonight on Monday Night Football, it's the Raiders here in Los Angeles, where they once belonged, and they have a very large vocal contingent that should show up in numbers tonight in SoFi Stadium. You're going tonight. All right. Mike Del Tufo.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
It's going to be.
Now, but you're a season ticket holder for the Raiders in Vegas, and you're a season ticket holder for the Rams here. Are you just getting plain old
tickets
from yesterday?
No, I traded tickets with somebody that was in Vegas. We swapped. I gave them our tickets, and I took theirs here because they have Charger tickets.
They have They're Chargers.
These people have
so they're Chargers tickets.
They've Rams, Chargers, and Raiders.
Okay.
They're nuts.
Okay.
Wow.
But I want to go because the first game I ever went to in my life out here was when the Raiders were still in Coliseum.
Yeah.
And it was insane.
Oh, it's like Mad Max.
It's insane.
I know.
Secondary ticket market, crazy. Cheapest ticket to get into SoFi tonight, over $300.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be insane.
I cannot wait
tonight. And it's if the Raiders win, they and the Arizona Cardinals are the lone remaining undefeated teams.
Wow.
If the Chargers win, the Cardinals will be the last undefeated team in the NFL because everybody else lost yesterday. Cardinals beat the Rams. The Broncos went down. The Panthers went down. Leaves the Raiders left. And here we go. Let's see if they can take care of business tonight. And in advance, because I'm doing the halftime and pregame of Monday Night Football on Westwood One, and because I'm a lead pipe wielding professional, Joey Bosa was made available for the halftime show tonight over the weekend. And I'm like, let me Zoom with Joey. So this is the conversation I had with Joey on Saturday. Entering his 6th year now in the National Football League, fresh off of a big win against Kansas City, getting set to take on the Raiders on Monday Night Football, is from the Los Angeles Chargers, Joey Bosa. How are you, Joey?
I'm good. It's crazy when you hear 6 years.
6 years?
Hard to believe.
Why? Fast? Has it gone fast?
Fast. The days are long, the years are fast. I heard that quote once, and I feel like it explains the season perfectly.
Well, that's what people say about having children, Joey. Which you have not entered that realm.
No, not yet.
Okay, very good.
At least as I know. Yeah.
That is what they say about having kids. I've got 3 of them, and that is exactly what it is like. How are you different though from when you were in the league 6 years ago?
Oh, how am I different? I mean, at the core of, who I am, I think I'm obviously the same person, but I think I've learned a lot about myself, and I think I'm just a better guy. I think I treat people with more respect. I think try to be more grateful, more thankful every day, and obviously you fluctuate. You have hard times and this and that, but I just feel like I've grown to appreciate things, and I've learned how to treat people, especially close to me, how I really want to, and just kind of get in control of my mind and my emotions. I can kind of act the way I'd want to, the way I know I'd be proud of, rather than kind of reacting to some things and being emotional and saying some things that you later on regret.
Does that make you a better football player too?
Yeah, we got deep all of a sudden.
No. Look, I'll go wherever you want to go, Joey. It's good. I'll follow your lead.
Yeah, no, I think it has definitely made me a better football player. My ability to just kind of stay in the moment, focus on the next play, because I've realized that good or bad, it can suck you up and it can ruin, maybe not ruin, but affect your day, affect the next play, because you go out there, you have a great series, you get a sack, you get a TFL, whatever, you're playing great. All right, I'm good. I'm an animal. I'm playing great. The rest of this game is just going to go smoothly, and that doesn't happen unless you come to play every single play. You stay in the moment, and on the flip side of that, you have a bad play, and I can get in my head a lot and be like self-doubt, this and that. You're trying to overanalyze things. And when I'm able to just say, all right, forget that. What do I have next? I'm just able to stay in the moment and be a much more effective player. And that obviously is the same off the field with my relationships.
How big was that W against Kansas City last week?
Oh, it was huge. Both 1-1 going in on the road. I haven't played there with such nice weather yet. So this time of the year it was really nice. The grass field was perfect condition, but it was just a fun game because it happened exactly how Coach was talking about. He said, we're going to get up on these guys, and when they start making a run, that's when we have to come together and play our best ball. And as I've seen a million times before, just 14 points isn't enough, or even 20, 21 points isn't enough to keep these guys down. They usually do a great job going into the locker room at halftime and coming out with a great plan. Obviously, Andy Reid is a legend. So we knew the game was far from over after the half. And I think it showed a resilience to be able to go down and then come back, make the plays we needed to on defense. We talked all week about getting the ball, and we got it 4 times, and I think we needed every one of them.
So, Joey Bosa, you might be breaking news here, because one of the most used coaching cliches from coaches is, I don't have a crystal ball. Are you telling me Brandon Staley has a crystal ball?
He seems like he does sometimes. That might be his secret. He just goes and rubs his crystal ball in his locker in the corner, and then he's like, all right, I got the plan.
We're going to get up on the Chiefs. They're going to make a run, and we're going to stop them, and we'll take the ball away. I mean, literally, you're saying that's what he mapped out for you guys.
Yeah, he just knew, I think, like we all did, that once you get up on these guys, they always do a great job of coming back. You hardly beat them. I mean, when have they lost by more than a touchdown or other than the Super Bowl, obviously? But I mean, with a guy like Mahomes and all the weapons that they have, you got to be ready because they can make a push at any time, and they're a resilient team. But I just think he knew that at some point they were going to get some yards, get a big play on us, and that's when we'd need to come together and really shut it down and play as a team. And I believe that it was really a team win.
Joey Bosa here before Monday Night Football. The Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders right here, currently on the Rich Eisen Show. So, Joey, how has Brandon Staley changed things? How are things different than your previous years?
He's great. I'm always hesitant to trust new people. Obviously, coming in, you learn. Through my 6 years, I've also learned how to be a little hard to please with some things sometimes. I've learned to not just obviously trust people right off the bat. It takes time to build that relationship. And I think, I mean, from day one, we went up into his office and we talked for about 2 hours straight, talked about his plan for me, just about life, about his story and his family. And ever since then, I feel like he's just been a genuine guy. I was like, man, is this an act? Is he just trying to, I don't know, get our respect, be a liked guy? No, but he's here. He's going to tell you the truth. He's going to be who he is. And I just like how he takes control of the whole team. What's really impressive to me is this crazy memory. He could remember the specifics of this play, this and that. And he's just a really knowledgeable guy when it comes to every position. He can go into any position room and he could talk football. He could talk technique. It's not just, this and that. It's he knows how to play football, and it's down to the technique. And I also like he coached our position, so he can come into our room and he really knows how to play that position, and he coached some great players. But just today, even we were getting a little sloppy, and he called us together. And it's not a coach telling us. We're all part of a unit. And he's like, come on, guys. And he's building us up. And he does a great job of giving people credit when they deserve it. Today he was showing clips of the scout team, how well they've been doing. I just think he does a lot of things right. He makes you want to play for him. He makes you want to play hard for him.
Joey Bosa here before Monday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders, and first place on the line here. Obviously, the Broncos are also 3-0, and they'll have already played the Ravens by the time you kick off in SoFi on Monday night. And so what's the challenge here against a team that's unblemished and hot with a quarterback who's amassed the most yards so far through the first 3 weeks, Joey?
Yeah, number one offense Monday night after a big win. Another thing Coach Staley was talking about is you're not going to win this game because you beat the Chiefs last week. You're going to win this game because you put in a lot of hard work during the week and you practiced really hard and prepared really well for these guys. So it's something you got to put in every single day. I think we've done a really good job this week preparing. Obviously, faced Carr many times. Kind of got a revamped O-line, which will be interesting to see. But they've been doing a great job. They have some great weapons with Waller and Renfro. And Carr just does a good job of getting that ball out really quick. So it's another game where we're going to have to control the pocket. Obviously, he can't do the same amount of damage outside the pocket like a guy like Mahomes can. But it's going to be a fun challenge. Rookie right tackle, he's been doing a good job. So it's we think that they're going to come in here and try to run the ball. 32nd run defense so far, which is not too good out of 32. But I think we've done a good job. We've obviously prepared for the pass heavily in the last 2 weeks. So I think we just have to stop that run and manage Carr and keep him in a tight pocket.
And lastly for you, Joey, you got your own top-notch quarterback, clearly. Give me a good Justin Herbert story. Obviously, you've chased down some of the best in the NFL and you practice against this kid and you see him all the time. You got a good Justin Herbert story for me?
Yeah, I don't know if I have a great story yet. We haven't had too many experiences outside of football together yet. But I mean, he is unbelievable. But what I love about him the most is he's just such a humble, nice kid. I call him a kid. He's a year younger than me. But
you've been in the league 6 years though.
So. No, but he's great. And like I said, he's so humble. It's almost like he doesn't even know he's such a superstar. But it's just so great to have a guy like that back there when you get a 3rd and long. And in my head, I'm like, all right, we're going to get this. Like, we have a great chance with a guy like Herbert, Keenan, Mike, all the weapons that we have. And I think he's just going to keep getting better. He has such a strong arm that I feel like he almost throws it too hard sometimes. And as he gets older, he'll refine that touch and just keep getting smarter. And to be able to do the things he can on his legs as well, stay on his feet and kind of make things out of nothing. I need a next victory. I'll definitely be over there for his victory brisket.
I love it. Well, have a great Monday nighter, Joey. Enjoy that stadium. How great is that stadium?
It's great. It's great. Yeah.
I mean,
wish it was grass, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. But I mean, just it's one of the loudest places I've ever been to, period.
Yeah, hopefully we get a good showing out of some blue and yellow this week. I know the Raiders fans definitely travel well. I've felt that before.
That's true. Well, good luck with that. And Joey, thanks for the time here. Have a great Monday nighter, and let's chat more down the line. Appreciate
Definitely.
it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You got it. That's Joey Bosa right here before Monday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders.
How about that? There's a victory brisket. I didn't know that.
I love that.
Victory brisket.
Sounds great.
Does sound good.
We need to start doing that here.
How about he got deep? He got deep when we started, and he's just like, I'm like, how does being a different person make you a better football player? And he's like, wow, I got deep. And I just said, I'll just follow your lead.
You didn't expect that from Ohio State, did you, Rich?
It's funny. When I did that interview, Michigan had just completed their victory over Wisconsin.
Really?
Literally, just beaten Wisconsin.
Speaking of which, we're waiting on that Melvin Gordon debt paid.
That's right. Oh, by the way, he retweeted the video.
I saw that.
So he'll be a man. I gotta get on that. Yeah. So I gotta send him a Michigan hat.
Yeah.
That he must wear.
Take a picture
and say "Go Blue" in the copy as he posted on Instagram.
Correct. Whenever Instagram comes back.
Hey, TJ, finally got one of these right. Finally made one of these wagers involving alma mater, and I'm not the one sipping from a mug
filled with tears.
Filled with my tears, as J.J. Watt once sent me.
Congratulations.
And I'm not wearing a hat. I'm not one wearing the jersey. I'm the one dishing it out. Because the Wolverines, are they top 10? They're the top 10 now, right?
Are they, TJ? I should have done that for overreaction. Michigan to the playoff.
By the way. Save it for next week after we beat Nebraska's ass.
Michigan's 9.
So
9, Rich.
I told you last week that when we put up the poll question of which one's more likely to be a blowout, Bucks, Patriots, Ole Miss, Alabama. I'm like, it's absolutely Alabama, Ole Miss.
But yours was more of a blowout than...
Huh? Well, mine, I'm just saying, we had the question, which one was more likely to be a blowout? You're like, oh, absolutely Bucks, Patriots, because, here comes Lane with the popcorn and all that business.
Lane.
How about Cincinnati, too? How about the week of football for Cincinnati? Bengals improved to 3-1 on Thursday Night Football, and the Bearcats go into Notre Dame.
Oh, that was spanking, Mike.
That was.
Spanking.
They swapped out quarterbacks midway through.
Yeah. And, Rich, you mentioned earlier about the Giants and Jets winning.
Yes.
It was the first time since 2009 that the Yankees, the Giants, and the Jets all won on the same day.
Get out of here. It's 2009.
That's what I saw.
No way. That's amazing.
If you really want to get the different subset, just for me personally, when was the last time the Yankees, Jets, and Michigan all won on the same weekend? Yankees and Jets win on the same day and the same weekend that Michigan won a football game.
That's true.
I mean, this one was, for me, I got to be honest with you. Just a moment for myself. What's the name of this show? What's the name of the show? Please tell me what the name of the show.
This is the Rich Eisen
Just
Show.
a moment. Just a moment for me.
It's a win.
Just to borrow a phrase from Kilborn, a moment for us. Okay. Michigan going into Wisconsin and winning in Madison for the first time since 2001 and scoring twice after the Michigan Wolverine sideline participated in jump around. Did you see that they were jumping around too? When I saw that Michigan was jumping around, I'm like, oh, they're feeling it. Now that's writing a check that you need to cash in the fourth quarter.
Feeling it.
Feeling you. They were jumping around. And to do that in Wisconsin, after they named the field after Valerie Alvarez, oh, what a chef's kiss that is towards, Melvin Gordon and J.J. Watt and Big Cat and all you Wisconsin folks. My buddy Murph, who calls in the show and
Murph
curses.
is Wisconsin?
Oh, yeah. Calls and curses.
Oh,
I took a photo. I took a shot of he calls Harbaugh Mr. Khaki Pants. So I took a shot I took an image of khaki pants and just sent that to him. Just like, how you doing? How's your Saturday? And then to have that happen, and then Yankees finally beat the Rays to walk off to clinch a playoff spot as Zach Wilson shows up. I was just beginning to sit there watching the first half of that game, watching the drop passes again, the kid struggling, and no A.J. Brown, and no Julio Jones, and the thing's tight, and it's just like they have a shot here. And I was just thinking, where is the kid that Romo says has the ceiling of Mahomes? Where's that kid? And he showed up in the second half, baby.
Playing good, man.
And he's running around making plays, and he's not playing boring. He's being Zach Wilson.
Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
Can you dig it?
That's the prequel to the Warriors right there.
Exactly. Hey, Rich, when are we going to lift Murph's ban, by the way? I mean, I think he's done
He
enough.
curses too much.
Never. Murph will never be allowed back on this program.
Well, he's banned for life?
It's for me. This is a moment for me. A moment for us. Yanks are in a wild card. Don't know what's going to happen Tuesday. Michigan's 5-0. Don't know what's going to happen the rest of the year. And Zach Wilson showed up.
That does nothing
and
for me.
Showed out.
Yeah, right.
None of that.
No, I'm already good. Can you get into the whole Zach Wilson thing? Jets fans are like, can we believe? Yeah, you can believe.
Let's get them all. Let's hit them all now while we got the money.
That's right, Frankie Pantangeli. Let's just hope I don't wind up like Frank.
Yeah, you don't want
in a
exactly.
tub.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
2009, Jets went to the AFC Championship game. Yankees won the World Series. Giants were 5-0.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back.
2009.
Yes.
2009.
Yes. And Murph was not banned from this show, but you are now.
Well, we didn't have
Free
a show
Murph.
in 2009.
Hashtag free Murph.
Free Murph. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Urban Meyer has spoken about trending on Twitter.
Did he do something?
Oh, gosh almighty. And also an update on all the injuries from around the NFL. That's next. And your phone calls. On the football field, everyone has to play by the rule book, so shouldn't it be that way off the field too? Following a new law enacted at the start of 2021, hospitals have a new set of rules they need to play by to provide clear and upfront pricing to patients. And unlike a wide receiver dragging their feet to stay in bounds, hospitals are dragging their feet to stay out of bounds and not complying with the new federal rules for price transparency. To fix this, please go to powertothepatients.org and submit a comment, which will be sent directly to the current administration and policymakers in D.C., sponsored by Power to the Patients. Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. And I bet it can be hard work. You know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowner's or renter's insurance along with your auto policy. It's a good thing, too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. It's Geico easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Mitch throws out this email that kind of runs down the whole week of birthdays and movie releases. So today, 22nd anniversary of Analyze This release.
Wow.
Of course, that's Billy Crystal and Robert De Niro.
I'm looking forward to a play date with my granddaughter.
Nana! I can't wait to get together with my friends for a backyard barbecue.
If you're 65 or older, you're starting to get back to doing things you love. Did you know even healthy adults 65 and older are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia? It's a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. Help protect yourself with the Prevnar 13 pneumococcal 13 valent conjugate vaccine, diphtheria CRM197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect against all strains of the disease. Ask your doctor or pharmacist today about Prevnar 13. Learn more at Prevnar13.com. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with a weakened immune system may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-866-694-9300 or visit Prevnar13.com.
The whole goal is to point people to something bigger.
What if the news was different and covered more than one side of the story? Not just the who or the what, but the why. What if it took you closer?
It's information, and people want it.
So you can make up your own mind. What if the news lets you think for yourself? Introducing a new point of view. Yours. Newsy. Watch Newsy free on your TV. Learn more at newsy.com.
On the football field, everyone has to play by the rule book. Shouldn't it be that way off the field, too? Following a law enacted at the start of 2021, hospitals have a new set of rules they need to play by to provide clear and upfront pricing to patients. And unlike a wide receiver dragging their feet to stay inbounds, hospitals are dragging their feet to stay out of bounds, not complying with new federal rules for price transparency. Help spread the word to make sure hospitals don't break the rules, because when they do, patients will always lose. Sponsored by Power to the Patients.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code WORK for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code WORK for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WORK.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers.
Call 800-715-9880.
That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
Call 800-715-9880. That's 800-715-9880.
Sponsored by Annuity General. Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
Do you take a lot of medicine or take care of someone that does? Hero is the new smart device that makes life easier by pre-sorting a 90-day supply of up to 10 different pills. Just pour them in and Hero does the rest.
So easy to use and saves me so much time. I never miss a dose. I'm never late for a dose anymore. And that is so critical to me.
What I like best about my Hero is that it's so easy to set up and it's so easy to use, and I don't have to worry about my pills or get distracted and forget, did I take that pill or not, because it reminds me.
It alerts and dispenses with the push of a button. Plus, Hero sends a friendly alert to you and a caregiver.
Hero is amazing, but you could even live out of state with the person and still program their Hero from the convenience of your phone.
I feel better than I have ever felt simply because I have this device.
Try Hero risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, you don't keep it.
Call 800-608-9432. That's 800-608-9432. 800-608-9432. Call now.
Paid for by Hero Health Incorporated. Edition of the word whatsoever. It's Chris Brockman.
What do you got over there, Christopher?
Okay, just we're going to run down some of these NFL injuries. So good news for David Montgomery. Don't believe he tore his ACL, but they are still waiting.
So we're still waiting on
We're
MRI
still waiting
from
for some MRIs, but it is positive because yesterday it definitely not look positive.
Yeah, they wouldn't even. I was watching. That was another Gus Aqib Talib game, and they came back, and Gus said, "We're not showing you the replay because he called it gruesome."
Yeah,
is what he said.
So sigh relief, though. It does look like he's going to miss some time, but it's not as bad as it could be.
Not a season-long injury.
Not a season.
All right, what else you got?
A couple injuries for the Washington football team. Brandon Scherf, MCL sprain, is going to be out a few weeks. Logan Thomas left the game yesterday with a hamstring injury. He is going to be week to week, so nothing too dramatic, but he is going to miss.
Saints at Washington football team this week. 2-2 teams. That is a big game. That's a big one.
Yeah, big game. Let's see. Miami, Will Fuller broke a finger. He's going to be week to week there.
He's like a walking operation game.
Yeah.
Will Fuller. And by the way, Miami.
Gosh,
what was that?
I thought they would win the game. I mean,
what was that?
I don't know. Colts had a ton of guys out.
Either Tua's
Miami
got to get healthy
place.
soon, or that's the team that Deshaun Watson go. You got to. That season is.
I think
is going. I mean, what a terrible start.
The Jacoby Brissett experiment, I think, is over. Lions, bad news. Their top defensive player, Romeo Okwara, tore his Achilles.
Oh, man.
Out for the season, so more bad news for Detroit. As we mentioned before, when Andy Dalton's healthy, he's going to be the starting quarterback in Chicago, according to Matt Nagy today.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. The kid showed improvement from 1 week to the next, and he also showed a 9-sack game is not going to destroy him physically or mentally. Whatever his hurts were coming out of a 9-sack game, he got through it, got out there. And the deep passing game and some of those balls that he threw one to Allen Robinson on a deep out that was spectacular. I don't understand it, and the fan base won't understand it. And all it takes is one person who's a diehard fan who shows up at a dinner party at the McCaskey house. I'm serious, good God.
Yeah. I don't know.
They're taking on the Vegas Raiders. You're going to put Andy Dalton on the road in Vegas and say, make the plays.
With all the blitzes that are going to be coming his way.
Then at what point then do you make the move? Next year? Like, truly, you're going to let him learn from the sidelines? That's the way to get him up to speed? What else?
Doesn't seem like that's the move.
Again, I don't know. It doesn't, but I'm not in the room, and you heard Trent Dilfer say last week, it's so difficult in the NFL to be a young kid to go from the grease board and film room to the field. But the way to do it is to get him practiced up. What else, Chris?
A couple of Thursday injuries from last week. So Joe Mixon is going to be week to week.
Wow.
With a low-grade ankle sprain.
Samaje Perine, everybody.
Samaje Perine time. And then DJ Chark was, we saw that kind of horrific ankle injury. He's been put on injured reserve.
Really?
So that ends his season for DJ
Done
Chark.
for the year.
Done for the year. That's what Urban Meyer said today after he was done apologizing.
Okay.
Also from the Chiefs, we talked to Travis Kelce earlier. Andy Reid said today that there's a chance Josh Gordon could play Sunday night against the Bills.
Sunday night.
Want to get a week under his belt to make sure he understands the offense. But
what a big game.
Trending in that direction. And then tonight, the Raiders are going to see how Josh Jacobs looks and feels during pregame warm-up before deciding if he's going to play. So he's going to be a game-time decision.
Let's go to Gary in Buffalo, New York. You're here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's up, Gary?
Hey, guys. How you doing today?
What's going on?
Hey. One comment before I get to my point. TJ, I'm like you. I also like multiple teams in sports, so you're not weird for that.
Thank you, Gary. I mean, it makes no sense, bro.
Hold on a minute. Before you and Gary bond.
Hey, let me and my man Gary chat.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Gary, what are the teams?
Well, obviously, I'm from Buffalo, so I love the Buffalo Bills. That's my number one.
Yep.
I also have grown up since I was 6. I like the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
I root for Buffalo over Indy when they play.
Now,
but
is that
I'm also a Colts fan.
Is that a Peyton Manning thing?
Oh, I like the Colts when they had Jim Harbaugh as a quarterback.
Captain Comeback. Okay. All right.
Makes sense to me, Gary.
Okay. All right. Very good. I think it's weird, but I'll allow it. All right. What else you got, Gary?
All right. What I wanted to call about is, your show and, and the NFL Network shows, you guys do show a little praise to Buffalo when they play good. But what I'm calling about is, in today's NFL, granted, Houston and Miami, I know don't look that good.
Mm-hmm.
You still get 2 shutout victories in today's NFL, which is, insanely hard to do. Why do you think the Bills aren't getting more love on other shows?
I don't know, Gary. Here's the deal. We love Josh Allen. We nicknamed him the Mandalorian quarterback. Stephon Diggs is one of our favorite people. I would love to have a scientific chat with Cole Beasley at some point in time. I think McDermott's terrific. I love the way that they run their program.
I picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
And you picked them to go to the Super Bowl. And we need to see what Sunday night looks like. And that is not a referendum on the Bills' ability to win the Super Bowl. Something that happens on a Sunday night in Week 5 does not mean that Week 20 in a rematch won't be different. But the measuring stick in a week-to-week league that we cover, this Sunday's a pretty darn big ball game. And let's see it. If the Chiefs' defense is so susceptible, then a quarterback of Allen's ability should be a very problematic Rubik's Cube for the Chiefs' defense to figure out. And if the Bills' defense is performing as well as they are against teams that they should be performing that well against, let's see what happens against the Chiefs. How does that sound?
You're good. I like it, but
Okay.
also to add to a comment you made when you were doing comparison.
Yes.
I would also take the Bills' running game over Kansas City's running game so far. Moss and Singletary have been dashing it up in the first 4 games.
All right. I will. Let's see what happens Sunday night. Thanks for the call, Gary, and congrats on the victories for the Bills and the Colts. Weird.
You leave Gary alone.
Weird.
Weird is never mind.
Weird is what? Weird is what?
I was about to say, to me, weird is like rooting for a squad for like years and years and years who's terrible and not maybe looking to find another team that to kind of root for.
Says the guy who roots for one team in baseball, and it's the Mets.
Yeah, I know.
What a weirdo!
Why haven't you ditched the Mets?
What a weirdo!
What a weirdo! Point.
I'm loyal.
Be more weird.
I'm loyal.
I don't understand. Well, you root for the same team, just one team over and over again, and they don't perform well. And it's the Mets.
The Mets went to the World Series 5 years ago. So we haven't been that bad. Like, we went to the World Series. Let's not forget.
One time since 2000?
What's happened?
Well, how many teams have not been to World Series since then?
I don't know. My team just goes to the World Series.
I know.
And we win.
I get it.
So weird.
I get it. And now you've hit
for me lately.
And now you know what the rest of us going to feel like because your team is in decline.
We won in 2018 with maybe the best team of all time.
Hey, look.
Let's
just say you're willing to root for more than one team. If you're rooting in the NBA and Clippers are your team, you should definitely have the Sixers. I'm sorry, the other way around. What a weirdo.
And if you're going to stick with the Jets all this year, then you might as well have picked some. You might as well have taken a note from your wife and go, man, well, maybe since my kids like the Patriots.
Oh, well, we watched the Patriots game last night, and it was they were rooting very heavily for the current team.
Yeah?
They were. Very heavily.
They didn't switch to the Bucs?
What was it like for Brady? Third down to hear that foghorn go off.
I mean, what? He got outplayed by Mac Jones. I think being there, it was weird for him. And I think it got
how
to
about
him.
how about Antonio Brown had a ball in his hands in the back of the end zone? I thought he had that touchdown, and instead he slid straight into the Minutemen.
Yeah.
Can you back off, Paul Revere?
Why are they so close?
I know they're standing right on that yellow dotted line. You're allowed to go right up to that yellow dotted line.
Right up to the line.
Look, man, we don't want to see the whites of your eyes. Back off.
Antonio Brown crashed into a musket.
Get back to Lexington and Concord, man.
The Redcoats are coming.
The Redcoats are coming.
1 if by land, 2 if by Antonio Brown. Get the hell out of the way.
I mean, you thought he was going to catch that.
Dude, I couldn't believe it.
That was a tough catch, too, and we all were like, how come
Great
AB
throw
didn't
by
catch
Tom,
it?
man.
They missed Gronk last night, didn't they?
Yeah.
Just felt weird, but it
Just the difference in the red zone. Difference in the red zone.
It felt weird that Brady was playing against the Patriots in Foxborough. The whole thing was weird.
It was weird.
But don't you think if Gronk was playing, Bill would have found a way to kind of like shut Gronk down?
How, though? Because Mike Evans had a huge game. So did Antonio
Brady
Brown.
was open, too.
And
Brady dropped a couple.
Well, he hit Cameron Brate on that Gronk pass, that quick seam on the blitz.
Yeah.
I mean, they really missed Gronk in the red zone.
Let's take a break because it's so rare to have a head coach in the NFL criticize another head coach in the NFL, but one has done it.
What?
And he did it laced it with profanity. Oh, boy, that's coming up.
This episode is brought to you by Off the Eaten Path. You're hungry for adventure, so try a snack that satisfies your curiosity and your appetite. Off the Eaten Path Veggie Crisps and Chickpea Veggie Crisps are bursting with flavor and texture, designed to take your taste buds on a journey. Packed with real veggies like chickpeas, black beans, rice, and green peas, these gluten-free crisps are deliciously crunchy and non-GMO project verified. Plus, they have no artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. So it's a great tasting snack you can feel good about. Real veggies. Really delicious. Shop now for Off the Eaten Path Veggie Crisps on Amazon or at stores near you.
This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Football is back, and the best bet you can make is downloading the FanDuel Sportsbook app. It doesn't matter if you're new to gambling or an old pro, FanDuel has something for everyone. And as an official sports betting partner of the NFL, you know your bets are safe. There's also never been a better time to use FanDuel, because right now, you'll get up to $1,000 back if your first bet doesn't win. You can even turn a small wager into a big payday with a same-game parlay bet. Just sign up with the promo code Spotify to place your first bet risk-free on FanDuel Sportsbook. Download FanDuel today. 21 plus and present in Virginia. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
844-204-RICH is the number to dial. Let's take one last phone call here. Let's go to, what do we got here?
Can you
let's
read it?
Let's go to the very top. Who's in Charlotte, North Carolina?
It's Rob.
Rob in Charlotte. Rob, what's up, Rob?
Hey, Rich. Thanks for taking my call. Hey, I just wanted to say to all these Cowboys fans, and TJ's my second favorite on the show, besides you, of course, Rich. But, the Panthers didn't have their best player. There was a terrible missed call in the first half that was a fumble, and that rule that you can't review forward progress, what the hell is that? It was not a fair statement by people like Al in Atlanta to say the Panthers are who they thought we were. Get a girlfriend, Al.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Wow, hey.
Okay, very good. Get a girlfriend, Al. Hey, look, you can't. The Cowboys have been terrific this year.
I mean, look,
they've been banged up. It's just as much as anybody else. He said that the Bucks didn't have their best player. I mean,
the Cowboys have missed about 6 starters.
Please,
this
it's
season.
just I will give it up when it is due. And right now, the Cowboys are started off 3-1. We all thought that they would have a difficulty beating the defending champs on the night that they raised the banner, and they did. And they still almost won it.
No one talks about that. I think the Dak Prescott dive against the Eagles, where he clearly scored a touchdown.
Oh, don't worry about it. Everybody's been hosed at some point this year, you know.
Yeah,
so, Ravens, Broncos. Ravens win the game 23-7. They've got the ball with seconds to go. And they're a few yards, they're 4 yards shy of 100 yards rushing on the day, which would give them 43 straight games of 100 yards rushing, which ties the 44-year-old NFL rushing record in that department. And instead of taking a knee, they run a running play with Lamar Jackson. He gains 5 yards, and they get to tie the record. After the game, John Harbaugh said it's one of those things that's meaningful. He said it was, quote-unquote, 100% my call. I'm not going to say it's more important than winning the game for sure. It's certainly not. But as a head coach, I think you do that for your players and you do that for your coaches, and that's something they'll have for the rest of their lives. According to ESPN, the
Elias Sports Bureau, quote, could not confirm the last time in the past 25 years that a team gained yards on a play that began in the final 5 seconds while leading by at least 10 points. Jeez. But Elias did find a play in 1992 when, with 2 seconds left, Spencer Tillman ran for a yard for the Houston Oilers in a 27-0 win over the Chargers. That's how rare this was. Denver Broncos coach Vic Fangio today. Your thoughts, Coach?
Did you have a problem with the last play that Baltimore ran?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of bullshit, but I expected it from them. You know, I've 37 years in pro ball. I've never seen anything like that. So, but it was to be expected, and we expected it.
Why did you expect it from them?
Because I just know how they operate. You know, that's just their, mode of operation there. Player safety is secondary.
Was that something anybody even really talked about, that they had 42 straight or whatever the number was, 100-yard games? And
we didn't talk about it during the week, but I'm sure the players were aware of it. You guys made them well aware of it.
That is a rarity. Calling out another coach like that. He coached in Baltimore. Spent 3 years there, including his final 2 years there when John Harbaugh got there. Don't care. Player safety is secondary. Ouch.
Yeah, this Jeff Zrebeck, who covers the team for The Athletic, just tweeted this out. John Harbaugh said he wasn't aware of a 16-point play, so he questioned what the Broncos were doing throwing the ball in the end zone with 10 seconds left and what that had to do with winning.
Yeah, there's that too.
It's on.
There's no 16-point play, says John Harbaugh.
Wow.
John and Jim are winning football games and feeling their oats. Who's got it better than them? Fangio body.
Jeez.
Vic.
I've got no problem with doing that for records.
Hey.
Really?
Well, yeah, sometimes like a guy needs like 1 yard to get 100 and he had a 10-yard stretch. You don't like let him get it.
Daniel Jeremiah is our first guest on tomorrow's show. He's calling the Chargers Monday night game. We'll wrap up this show on Peacock in a moment, but talk to you Tuesday.
Just Getting Started with Rich Eisen Season 2 is NFL-centric with origin stories from Al Michaels, Joe Buck, and Aaron Andrews.
Why did you leave ESPN?
I felt like I had done everything that I was going to be allowed to do there. I wanted to really be a part of the NFL. This sounds so bratty, but I had done 3 or 4 championship games. I just knew if I was going to have a shot at the NFL, it was going to be at Fox, so it's gone pretty well.
Just Getting Started with Rich Eisen. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.